All right. Imperfect Nation, episode 3 of the second season. Who we got today?
Perry's here.
With that whack-ass Ravens hat on, too.
Negative, partner.
Oh, you're going to go there? Hold on.
Yeah.
No.
Topics today.
No, we'll take care of that later. Yeah.
What's up, Pharaoh's in the house? What's up, y'all?
Zach, rep from Cleveland.
Mike Floyd.
And your host, Steven, Reverend 303, Broncos all day.
They suck.
Okay, so we're just gonna lay it out today. Usually we do a couple news topics and then kind of argue, debate a couple other news topics or something that we find interesting, some issues or something like that. But I'm sure most of you guys know, most of the country knows, there's been a lot going on in Charlottesville, Virginia, in regards to Confederate statues being taken down and people's history and what's right and what's not right, you know, Nazis and white supremacists and shit like that. So we decided that's what we're just going to talk about today, because if you've been listening with us, we actually had an episode a little while back where we actually talked about the tearing down of some of the Confederate statues and things like that. Unfortunately, we don't have one of our main contributors, Eggs, here with us today that had another, had his own stance as far as the statues.
He actually kind of called this.
No, he did. In that episode, he kind of
Mm-hmm.
alluded to something maybe like this happening.
What do you know?
Right?
What do you know?
Hey, man, that's what happens, man. You in tune with your folk, man. You know.
Hey, that could be what it is, Pim. That could be what it is, but so
no shade, but
Yeah, I think it was episode 24. We lost. If you want to go back and listen to that
that's
one
right,
again,
we lost. We found out we lost, and apparently we did lose. I mean, I don't know if we
not
lost,
we.
but,
Don't say we.
hey, there's some shit going down though. So I mean, like I said, real talk. We're gonna talk about alt right, alt left, because apparently that's really who's out there fighting alt right and alt left. They fight each other. Antifa,
yeah, the anti-fascists
and the Nazis. Because apparently Nazis are still a thing.
Yeah,
I thought that was.
I thought we killed them all off.
I thought that's what the World War II was about. Though.
Yeah, but
Man, and you know what's so funny about this too? Like we was talking about this shit. Like he was just like, man, I'm about to get on my Inglourious Basterds, man. You know, Inglourious Basterds is on Netflix. Just in case you're feeling, a little patriotic.
It's a great flick, man.
It is a great flick. It's gory.
Can't go wrong with Quentin Tarantino, man.
Brad Pitt, man.
But if you don't know what we're talking about, because you live under a rock and you don't watch the news, because some people
Or get on Twitter.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't know. I wasn't paying attention, y'all.
But you was out there having fun though,
Hey,
like enjoying people's birthday parties and stuff. So,
Yeah,
just a little background. I'll give a quick rundown. So on May 13, 2017, the white nationalist Richard Spencer led the Take Back Lee Park rally, a protest in Charlottesville, Virginia, against the city's plans to remove a statue of Confederate General Robert E. Lee from the downtown park. The event involved protesters holding tiki torches near the statue. That same night, a candlelight vigil counter-protest took place. The KKK, or the Ku Klux Klan, held another rally in Charlottesville on July 8th. About 50 Klan members and 1,000 counter-protesters gathered at a loud but non-violent rally. Keyword, non-violent.
And it legit did start from.
And this is in July. Yeah. So the Klan members left the park after about 45 minutes. So then they decided to do another one called Unite the Right Rally, which is supposed to take place between August 11th to the 12th, organized to protest the removal of the same statue of Robert E. Lee in Emancipation Park, which had been renamed from Lee Park in June 2016. The organizers cited the remaining reasons for the rally. The event was organized by white nationalists, white supremacists, and anti-communist members of the alt-right. So they got the permit to actually do the rally itself.
Which is, I mean, well within their right. People
Well
might not be
within
happy about that.
The legalities of it.
Yeah, they technically did what they were supposed to do. So
It's all right.
the organizer of the Unite the Right rally, Kessler, applied for the permit from the city of Charlottesville to hold the event at Emancipation Park. The week before the event, the Charlottesville government, including the mayor, Michael Singer, city council, and the police chief, said they would approve their permit only if the event was moved to the larger McIntyre Park. They cited safety concerns and logistical issues associated with the holding the event at the Emancipation Park, adjacent to the densely populated downtown mall. Kessler refused to agree to relocate the rally, and the city relocated the rally anyway. So the ACLU decided to sue Charlottesville over it, because technically it's their right to hold that rally. And they based on the First Amendment grounds in the U.S. District Court for the Western District of Virginia. On the evening of August 11th, the night before the rally, Judge Glenn E. Conrad granted an emergency injunction declaring that the Unite the Right rally could go forward. He granted the injunction for the rally due to several factors: that Emancipation Park was a location for the statue that was planned to be taken down, and that the rally was partially for that the resources will be needed at both parks to both rally and the counter-protesters, and that the move at McIntyre Park was due to viewpoints of the organizer and not to the safety of the public. The court's decision was praised by the ACLU, which they got dragged on Twitter for. and then the counter-protesters were like, okay, cool. So they obtained permits to gather at McGuffey Park and Justice Park, which are adjacent parks. So we all seen the pictures of...
So I mean, let's just start from the beginning, man. From what you just said. So first off, you said ACLU got dragged on Twitter for defending these guys' right to use the park. I mean, you can't be mad. Like that's
their job.
That's their job. They're the American Civil Liberties Union, right?
Yes, sir.
So I got other beefs with those guys, but in this particular instance, they did what they're supposed to do.
Not in any way necessarily agreeing with the guys that we're representing, but that's what they're supposed to do. You know, they're like
all they did is just acknowledge that
it was their right.
It was their right. That's it. I mean, that's not necessarily a concession. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah. So on August 11th, that Friday, that's when all the pictures started popping up of the massive mob of white dudes walking through the Virginia campus. With
tiki torches.
Well, but before that, though, there were actual like armed militia dudes with plates on, and
these dudes were strapped up. They was ready. They was locked cock ready to rock.
The day before.
The day before they showed up
on that Friday.
Okay.
And even in that morning, some of them they were wearing like plates and AR.
Oh yeah, because you was texting us about that. Yeah.
Before like the law enforcement like showed up.
And I mean, from like just from like Chris, looks like in Virginia, then it's kind of like Texas. You have the open carry.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's just.
What?
I mean, it sends.
That's their rights, bro. 2A, man. Don't tread on me, player. What you mean?
I'm not saying tread on you. I'm just saying it's a volatile situation already.
How?
So, quick rundown to continue with the night. So they marched to the campus with the tiki torches. They had some counter protesters by the statue. They surrounded them.
They're dockers. They tiki torches. You know what I'm saying? They
and then they
Sperry's.
They showed the counter protesters showed up. They started yelling at the counter protesters because there was only a couple of them at the time, and they started throwing rocks and stuff. So the police broke it up. They said, "Hey, unsafe, unruly, cut that shit out." Everybody dispersed. The next day, though, when everybody else showed up, that's when you were talking about the Antifa, which is, if you don't know what that is the anti-fascists. They're against pretty much anybody that deals with the alt-right, KKK, or anybody that does any racist shit. But they have a tendency to get really violent. So they showed up because they're like, hey, these guys are showing up with weapons. We're going to show up with weapons. So when they showed up with weapons and violence begets violence and shit went down. So people started getting hit by 2x4s. Dude drove into the crowd and actually killed Miss Heather Hare. Right. Yeah, she was out there kind of protesting.
The dude that drove, is he part? So he's not part of the anti-fascist. He was just some nut.
No, he a fascist. Yeah, he a motherfucking Nazi.
He was actually going there with his mom.
Yeah, he was with the Nazis.
Yeah, and so all the shit just went down. Like I said, they drove into the crowd, killed this young lady who was out there, protesting, injured 19 others. Mm-hmm. And they called it a deliberate attack. Some people were calling it for it to be a terrorist attack.
It is. It is. That's domestic terrorism.
Yeah, I was going to get to that too. Mm-hmm. But James Field, that's the guy's name, 20-year-old male with actual white supremacist beliefs, charged with second-degree murder, 3 counts of malicious wounding, and failure to stop following an accident resulting in death, and is held without bail.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, there were a lot of those dudes out there that had, like, if you look at the pictures, there were ones carrying the Nazi flag, but there are also ones carrying, like, the shields and stuff like that had, like, the emblems of... like the different white nationalist groups on there. I can't think of what any of the names are right now, but like they were out there representing what they believed in. Like there was no mask or anything like that. They were out there showing out, trying to show like, hey, white is right. This is what we want.
I mean, I think overall it is their right to like show their beliefs and let people know what their beliefs are, like every single American in this country, because that's all right. I think the problem is
that it's
when things start getting violent, and then now it's like showing up, like they already show up, like if you're gonna do something, then we're gonna do something about it.
But I mean, the violence, that is a problem in general. I mean, I'm not opposed to violence, but in a large scale like that, it can be a problem. But the bigger problem is the fact that it's all these dudes that are saying that this is our country. Everyone else should leave. No one of color, of any sort of minority or ethnic descent should be here because this is our country, and that's what they feel.
No, I agree.
That's the bigger problem.
No, I agree. That's the fucked up part. But like Jacob was saying, they technically have that right to say that shit.
Right. Hey, look, man, I'm just gonna put this out there, man. You do have a right to, to speak your mind and to express yourself and all that shit, man. But just remember this, though. Free speech, that don't mean it's void of consequences.
Mm-hmm. Right.
There's consequences and shit. So yeah, go ahead and say it. It's your right. But don't turn around and when the shit start rolling downhill and you just happen to get caught up in it, don't get mad and don't play I'm a victim when you was out there spreading that bullshit.
Well, here's my thing though. So we get mad at these guys because I agree, it's bullshit they're saying, and I can't fucking stand them. But my thing is, if we tell them that they can't do this shit. Because
they don't be saying they can't do it. They're saying do it at your own expense.
No, I'm saying because we're saying it's bullshit, right? We don't like it. And we show up to counter protest against them. So now they're saying like, oh, we're telling them they can't protest. But they're saying the same shit to us for the Black Lives Matter movement. And it's like, so my thing is.
So let's break it down though. The Black Lives Matter. What is it? It ain't black people against white people. It's black people against police brutality, right? Are we in agreement there?
I mean,
is that what the understanding is?
That's what they started out as.
Okay, well, let's not get it confused with what other people have broken it into or done on their own agenda, because the actual movement is still for black people against police brutality, right?
Okay.
Defend this Nazi shit.
No, I'm not. I can't defend the Nazi.
I get you,
but the thing is, we can't tell them they can't do that and then expect them to let us do what we want to do. When we feel like
saying don't do it. I'm saying do it at your expense. So know what comes with this shit.
Well, here's my thing. So my dad stays in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, right?
Got you.
KKK holds a rally there every year at the Inn on the Hill. Every year. Everybody knows this. There's never any news press about this. They just let them do their shit and they go about their day.
That's it.
Ain't no burning crosses in your yard. You just see them with their fucking white hoods. You go the other fucking way. A month later, the Vice Lords come down in Palmer's Cross and hold their little rally. Nobody says shit because they don't shoot the fucking place and they leave them alone. They let it be.
And that's what I was going to get at. It's like the problem started when you have the other group showing up and saying, you know what, since you're going to talk about this, then we're going to go against you and talk about it. If they had just let them be, let them hold their right like he's saying, none of that would have happened. And it's the what's the name again?
Antifa?
The Antifa, right to be there. But then it's like, at what cost? You're doing this.
Yeah.
Just let them, because now you give them more power now because now they're out there. Now that event happened, everybody knows about them and everybody are aware of what they're doing. Like the best way that's just me. The best way to not give someone power is just ignore them. Let them do what they're doing, and they will go on their own.
So in 2017, you're saying that Nazism, all that bullshit that come with it, is acceptable in America because that's a person's right to free speech. But yet, they had a motherfucking war against this shit.
I agree.
So you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like it ain't just let it be. You know what I'm saying?
Things. That's two different arguments.
Don't give them.
It's not a different argument because these people are actually embodying the very same beliefs that the Nazis in World War II were fucking about. So my thing is this: if we decided in the 1940s that, you know what, we're not going to stand for this shit, we're going to actually fight against it and have a war and actually have, lives as casualties, why in the fuck?
Because they're not deemed a terrorist group.
Oh, that's right.
That's right.
That's
what I was trying to get to.
These people ain't terrorists, right? They ain't just been terrorizing people in this country.
That's the thing.
But that's the thing.
If they were deemed as a terrorist group, it would be a totally different story.
And now you can't really declare them as a terrorist group because they have no ties.
You're right.
According to the law, they have no ties with any outside.
Right. They just meet all the definitions and criteria, but we gonna give them a pass.
No, it's not a pass. That's why they're not charging the dude with act of terrorism because they can't because there is no. According to the law, there is no charges.
I'm pretty sure they could.
They can't. According to the definition of
if you get caught with a bag of weed, they're gonna try to say you out here conspiracy to transport drugs.
That's
You know what I'm saying? But what I'm trying to say
That's
is,
different.
what's going to happen is they're going to make the shit stick. You know what I'm saying? They're going to throw it at you to paint this picture. So my thing is, all of a sudden they unimaginative. They can't imagine it. You know what I'm saying?
Here's the thing. According to Congress, the domestic terrorism, it's whenever anybody or any group who have decided to make like any acts of violence or dangerous against people's life with ties with outside groups, like outside of the U.S., within U.S. borders.
Break it down then. My man drove all the way down from Ohio.
Okay,
to Virginia.
so now,
pause.
You feel me? Like,
Hold
you know
on,
what I'm saying? Like,
give me a pause. I'm gonna give you a definition of domestic terrorism. It's terrorism targeting victims within a country by perpetrator with the same citizenship. U.S. Department of State defined terrorism in 2003 as a premeditated, politically motivated violence perpetrated against non-combatant targets by subnational groups or clandestine agents usually intended to influence an audience. Now, while y'all discuss that, I'm going to see if I get the actual list of the terrorist groups defined in the United States.
Okay, so I mean, it sound like a shit.
Okay, so here's on the list of the actual U.S. attacks that have been referred to as domestic terrorism. The Unabomber, the Oklahoma City bombing, the Centennial Olympic Park bombing in Atlanta, the Beltway sniper attacks, the Holocaust Memorial Museum shooting, Fort Hood shooting, Austin suicide shooting, the Christopher Dorner shooting, the Boston Marathon bombing, San Bernardino, Chattanooga, Orlando nightclub, congressional baseball shooting, and I think I might skip one, but you get my point.
Yeah.
So I do think that they will end up charging this dude with a terroristic threat because the Attorney General already said this is domestic terrorism. So I think they're going to try to pin it on him.
But he has no ties. That's the problem. It's like he has no
but
ties with anybody.
The definition he just read doesn't
he affiliates himself with that shit, bro.
Doesn't say anything about having any sort of outside ties to any sort of known terrorist group. You can be a terrorist in the United States and not have any ties to Hamas or Hezbollah or anything like that. Like there's no reason. Like you can be your own, have a own cell. You don't have to have.
I already
outside.
know. I already know how you. I already know what you gonna where that's gonna go. They're gonna.
If he has a good lawyer, he might get off for that, but they can still charge him.
That's why they're trying to charge him with a hate crime as a federal crime.
See, we were just talking about that earlier.
Yeah, man.
About how hate crime, the charges aren't as hard as an actual violent crime.
No, it's not, and it's gonna be hard to prove too, due to the fact that he was already going there, supposedly on the Trump rally. Supposedly, that's what his mom said.
Okay.
So it's like you're gonna have to like prove that what he was doing was targeted against a certain like.
Hey man, I lie to my mom
like
sometimes
group.
too, bro.
I mean, really, I'll honestly,
saying.
fuck all that. Just prove that he had the intent to fucking drive into this crowd and run some motherfuckers over.
They proved that already.
Okay, then done. Case done. Fuck it.
You can get it with manslaughter or murder, like that's easy. But I guess they're trying to go.
Right, he already got a body on his under his belt,
Right,
right?
yeah.
So I mean,
He got a body.
Shit,
And
you might have some more
injured.
if these people that are injured right now pass.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, we'd be remiss too if we didn't mention two law enforcement officers died too
In the
during
helicopter
this.
crash, yes.
So they did die as well.
they was ragging
you
about
know.
them too.
You know, but I wanted to touch on something
about
Jacob
that.
mentioned
Yeah.
a minute ago. He was talking about how, ignoring people doesn't give them power, and I agree with that. But like, if we take it back to, let's take it back to the civil rights movement when Martin and Malcolm had these marches. The other side came out too, though.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They came out and there was conflict. You know what I'm saying? Maybe, and there was probably people that died too, but we didn't hear about this shit.
Plenty of people.
So this shit has been happening for a long time, but now it's just more televised. Now it's more sensationalized. But I think people do have a right. I mean, hey, the alt-right had their thing. The alt-left, that was cool. They have a right to be there too, and they have a right to debate them or whatever. I don't think
My
that.
thing
So
is, if you
here's a little.
We just got.
Here's like I guess a
Shit
little
got
history
real.
lesson. I thought I just had. So in World War II, United States was under isolationism. So we didn't really want to be involved in the rest of the world, and the whole war was going on. So in a way, we kind of did ignore the shit that was going on. So basically,
Well, we were supposed to be with this current administration.
Yeah,
My
so-
man say he ain't want to have nothing to do with nobody.
so fucking Nazis were taking over all of Europe, running through Poland, running through France, running through Austria, running through everybody. The only thing that was holding out was Great Britain, but they were getting bombed the fuck out of. Even though we were still supplying them weapons, our boats were getting torpedoed as they were getting sent over there. But we did ignore it, and it didn't go away. So,
but that's a war though.
I'm just saying though, like in the extreme sense.
These people
If
advocate
you-
for war too. They keep saying this is going to be in the next civil
Another
war.
But
Civil War,
so
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
that's another part I want to bring up. But to your point, we got brought into it when the Mexico letter came to light, and then when they bombed fucking Pearl Harbor.
True.
So when they directly attacked us, my thing is
Right.
what Jacob was saying. Said we let these dudes just march through this campus with tiki torches.
I'm just saying that.
And like you said, there's cameras everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And like we've noticed all through Facebook and Twitter, they've been finding out who these motherfuckers are, left and right. We just let these motherfuckers march. You find out who they are, get their ass fired.
Mm-hmm.
That's
but I'm just saying, you ignore something, it doesn't go away. It just becomes a bigger problem.
I mean, it's been, like I said, it's been around forever.
Yeah,
like
it just becomes a bigger problem.
But then you don't give them power either. Like by acknowledge them.
You're not giving them power.
But you give them power by yeah.
But right now, that just like blew up in the news and everything. And you got kids looking at this. You have like young people with freaking weak mind bastards staring at that.
So ignoring it gives them the impression that, well, shit, nobody stopped them. Nobody spoke out.
But there's no media attention on it.
But what I'm saying is like you also give them like, you know what, we don't give a damn about what you're doing because you ain't doing shit. At the same time, it's just like letting them know, like, you know what, do your thing because it's your right, but it's not affecting us as a country.
I think
in
more so.
In the long run, it is going to affect us as a country because say this stays in the shadows. Mm-hmm. Now, I know there's it sounds like a big thing, but people always talk like how in the mountains there's people that own huge tracts of land that build their own militias to eventually overthrow the government.
Yeah,
true.
Who's to say that these guys aren't doing that? Which I mean, they probably are.
But who's say we're not tracking them?
It's not obvious.
Let the FBI take care of that.
I'm sure we are. That goes to the point. You're not ignoring it.
But my thing is, so should these normal citizens take upon themselves to enact the law themselves?
And that's what we don't want.
No, I'm not saying that.
Now I agree, like, because let me make this clear. So nobody's saying that we agree with what they're protesting for.
Right? No.
Yeah. We're just that way I don't get called Uncle Tom again. Somebody called me that yesterday.
God damn.
So what was the statement you was making that I said was going to come back to?
You know, like these people, they continue to claim that, you know, there's going to be another civil war or the race war or whatever.
Right,
I mean, they advocate for this shit too. So I mean,
I'm not gonna say the guy's name. I was arguing with him yesterday at work, and he keeps talking about how like the South's going to rise again and all this other shit, right? And I'm like, what
does that mean?
Like, what does that mean? Like, after, you know, the Confederate War was over, what did they really lose? Mm-hmm. They lost the ability to own a motherfucker.
Right.
Everything else didn't change for them, except for they had to fucking work for themselves.
Yeah.
So the only reason why you're telling me that you want the fucking South to rise again, because you want to own a motherfucker. And they'll sit there and tell you, nah, that's not what we're talking about. We just want our lifestyle back. What was the lifestyle? That changed when you lost.
Hey, but you know the funny thing about that though? You can't tell. Hey, them motherfuckers be real quick to tell a black person, oh, you can't feel the effects of slavery. You were never around in that time. Well, shit, same thing, motherfucker. Like,
right. Like, why do you care like so much about
what you saw hell bent on owning a motherfucker? If you ain't never owned a motherfucker.
But you know what's one good thing that came out this rally? Is a lot of people that kept saying that racism didn't exist. Sees the shit now.
Man.
Because that shit was going on for a minute. They're like, oh, racism, you're just talking shit.
Yeah, those people are just ignorant to say that.
Well,
no, you just, to me, if you're not openly denouncing the shit, you secretly
supporting it.
Well, I think...
And I think that was the issue with that the media had with Trump that day. Because
I mean, fuck,
in his
dad was a KKK member, bro.
And it's
so
funny because he was like talking about like he was going like in a very general way, and he never said anything about it.
And see, that's what gives him power. I think that's what gives him power when you have
they came out and made the statement. Remember,
exactly.
He didn't directly go at him.
Go at them. And the thing is, it didn't happen when he was doing his campaign.
Nope.
And he didn't do it now.
Okay.
Which to me,
it always came a delayed.
Exactly. To me, somehow it translated like, you know what? I need these guys. I need
that's what gives him power.
So here's his original statement on August 12th, if you didn't know. Trump's first statement was, we all must be united and condemn all that hate stands for. There's no place for this kind of violence in America. Let's come together as one. And he condemned in the strongest possible terms, and he called it an egregious display of hatred, bigotry, and violence on many sides. He added, what is vital now is the swift restoration of law and order. Now, he got criticized because he, like Jacob just said, he didn't specifically denounce white nationalists, white supremacists, or neo-Nazis. A lot of people that were on the right, well, I won't say the alt-right, but I'll just say Republicans in Congress, they're saying, like, okay, like we said before, technically these people did have a permit to be there.
Yes, they did.
They technically did have a permit. And then technically the alt-left had a permit to be where they were at. So you can kind of see where you're saying there was violence on both sides on that particular day. Now, do I think he should have just came out and said, yeah, white supremacy is fucked up? I do. But like you just said, that's a major part of his voting base.
And I think like 2 days later he came back and he kind of changed the speech, but he went in a more generalized way. and knowing the president.
But man, that shit wasn't heartfelt, bro. Like he was reading the whole time that day, man. He was like this.
He was reading
off the teleprompter. The other day, he was dead solid. He said what he wanted to say.
I mean, so former Ku Klux Klan leader David Duke responded that Trump should take a good look in the mirror and remember as white Americans put you in presidency, not radical leftists. Because this is after he came out and said that that white supremacists are domestic terrorists and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
You got those people. He said that day that they were out there to fulfill Trump's, his agenda. Mm-hmm. So this is my thing. If you're not openly denouncing these people, right, like on the spot, boom, you know what I'm saying? This is what it is. And you let them have this manifestation in their mind that this is this man's actual plan, so therefore I'm going to go ahead and act on it.
What's the actual plan, though? Is it the plan that they think he wants?
Well, that's the thing, though. If he's not openly denouncing it, you give them that opportunity.
Anybody actually knows what the fuck his plan is.
You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he knows what his plan is.
You give people
there's a bunch of groups
that ability to think what they think.
Exactly.
And
you know what I'm saying?
They also think that maybe you know what, he's backing us up.
Exactly. So that's what the dude said in the post. They said that what he said was a good thing because he didn't openly denounce us, and he said that it's coming from both sides. So now we can take that. And it could be misconstrued as other groups that protest against us.
So these guys are out there interpreting it their way and trying to fill in the blanks. Like, oh, okay, well, we need a white America.
The best thing he needs to do is fire Steve Bannon.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen.
Dude, he's already on thin ice. Yeah. He already got rid of Priebus. He fired Steve Bannon, who's pretty much known as the leader of the alt-right.
Yeah, fucking Breitbart.
I don't want to say his name because he listens to us, but
it's all right, man. It's all right, man. Listen, man. Again, if that's what you about, bro, be about that. Again, don't be mad when the shit come back on you, bro.
Yeah.
Now, you know what I'm saying? Because you can be mad at black people for Black Lives Matter if they're protesting police brutality and shit. You can be mad at that. That's fine. At the end of the day,
don't be mad when
this
it comes
shit.
Back on you.
You cannot defend it, bro. You cannot, and that's just it.
And
period.
The thing about it was all these guys.
Wait, hold on. What can't you defend?
You can't defend the shit that's going down in Charlotte to say, well, those people.
Are you talking to prior to when they started clashing, or them just marching?
Listen, when you doing that march, do your march, bro. Do your march, like you said. Do the shit openly, shit. Now they doing it without the hood, so you don't even, you see who these people are.
Yeah.
Cool, like you said. You know what? Do your march this weekend. Come Monday, hit that unemployment line, bro.
Right.
Do what you do at your own expense.
Right.
Okay.
You understand?
No, I was just asking when you say when you can't defend.
But you can't defend the shit, and you cannot. That's my thing. You just cannot defend the shit. That's just it. Period.
You talking about the way of thinking?
The way of thinking, the way of acting, the way of portraying this shit as we're patriotic Americans. Because at the end of the day,
so my question is, I'm gonna play devil's advocate right now. The shooter in Dallas, he was a black separatist. Right. Can you defend that?
No.
Okay.
Fuck no.
Okay. I'm just making sure okay.
No, there is. Believe me when I say there's no misalignment in the thoughts because it goes both ways. What I'm trying to say
I'm just trying to make that clear because somebody's going to try to say that shit.
So be it. But I'm making it clear today.
Yeah, because I think he's not
on both sides.
Thing. He's
on both sides.
That it is what it is.
You have to call it for what it is.
Call a spade a spade.
You know what I'm saying? But this shit, it's just their First Amendment rights. The fuck out of here. If you're claiming it's Nazi shit, bro, you're not a fucking American.
Bro,
plain and simple.
I agree with you. I don't know why that's
not. That was my issue because he said that, you know what, I'm a proud American, and I'm like,
who's that?
What was his name? The
Spinner
one
or whatever.
one of
the weird white guy that got
all right.
Yeah, one of the
Richard Spencer cat
organizer when they were talking to
or
him.
the other dude.
A tall dude.
Cause I know Richard Spencer. He's pretty much the face of.
Yeah, I think that was him.
So,
I told you what I found out about that guy, right? He was leading the fucking Occupy Wall Street protest when that shit popped off.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I mean, they they anti everything just as much as the people on the left they say they are too. So at the end of the day,
so I mean, is he anti-government or is he
obviously
anti everything but white people?
Can you not be both?
Oh, okay, my bad. Oh. That's right. It is the 21st century. You can do whatever you identify as.
Hey,
exactly.
He's trans anti, bro.
But no, I do think that we need to declare, I'm surprised that you can get away with being a Nazi in fucking United States. Like that shit just bothers
that
my
really
mind.
is like the biggest thing though. Like motherfuckers
it's an
walking
enigma.
around.
It's an enigma.
It's like
walking around with Nazi flags, but like the American flag, like with it.
Yeah, because my thing is, at least with the Confederate, it was here in the United States, so
right.
you kind of expect that shit. But Nazism was I know there was a Nazi party in the United States, right?
Yeah.
But that shit went away during World War II. Like, they kicked those motherfuckers out.
But
Right.
did they kick them out though? You feel
Okay,
me?
they said they kicked them out. Even when the
They
Cold
probably
War.
put an open ban on them, but them people probably just like you said, they in silence. You know what I'm saying?
So
they
like
in
during the
secret.
Cold
Well, I mean,
War, when if you were suspected to be a Russian, you got your ass whooped.
Right, you're talking about McCarthyism. Give us names. Tell us who's part of your fucking party.
But that's
We're
the thing
gonna
though.
jail
But peep this though. You know,
But they were probably from Germany.
and I get it. You know, it's fair. It's fair, like you said. You know what I'm saying? They probably was. They probably descended or whatever. That's cool. You know what I'm saying? But like you said, point them out, right?
Yeah.
Point them out.
Yeah.
My thing is this though. Why all of a sudden people real quiet? You know what I'm saying? When they talking about point these motherfuckers out, but yet when you got people who are, you know, open source or sources for news and the media and shit, they real quick to be like, point them out. Who are these sources?
Yeah.
But yet you got these motherfuckers that openly doing this shit in the public,
They're getting mad because
and you out here. Well, I mean, no, bro. Like, there's none of that.
Yeah.
Now the funniest part was when they're like,
Play both sides.
they interviewed the cats that were out there, and they're like, nah, I'm not a Nazi though. I just believe in this. Is like, you just literally
State of the Nazi Manifesto.
started, like
Yeah.
you just.
Communist Manifesto.
You got to cover your ass at some expense. But my thing is this though: if you wearing a fucking swastika,
Hold on.
you can't. I mean, what are you gonna do? You gonna turn this way away from the camera? Like, no, I don't believe
He's
it.
just trying not to go to the unemployment line. That's all.
Hey man,
Like, bro,
listen.
my job is in the
Hey,
My
look,
job at the hot dog stand.
this is the administration for the at will employer. So therefore, you know what I'm saying. A lot of these motherfuckers, well, just like you said, they all on social media,
Hey, Harrison,
pointing these
Somodevilla.
people out. Hey, old dude got fired from his hot dog stand, so he did. Came from all the way from California.
Hey man, it's their right to do. I mean, to express their belief.
All right, so
You
since
just do it the right way.
we're running out of time, so let's just come up with like a kind of a solution to this. So I think me and Jake are kind of the same lines. Like, hey, let these motherfuckers march, point them out, get them fired. What do y'all suggest that should happen? Like, because this shit's gonna happen again. They're gonna,
know what?
Because like you said yesterday, they were trying to have a fucking White Lives Matter fucking rally at Texas A&M, and that shit got canceled.
Yeah, it was supposed to be in September, right?
September 11th.
September 11th of all days.
Yeah.
though.
Actually, yeah.
My thing is this,
Spencer
man.
was
Here
cut.
you
So
go.
okay, so basically having on not to take away, but so having on September 11th saying that only white people died in the attacks.
I don't know if that's the case, but
I
I
don't
mean,
know.
it's just a support like choice like of date.
I guess they meant a little more. I don't know.
I'm sure there's a little deeper meaning to it.
I mean, September 11th is on a
So-
Monday.
so
I
to
mean,
your
like,
point-
it's not even on a fucking weekend.
So to your point, Floyd, about possible solutions,
Yeah.
make racism unlawful.
Or would you say name that groups that are legitimately
That too,
killing people?
but go ahead
Terrorist
and
groups?
go ahead, and you know what?
I feel like
If
it's
you're
a
caught
conversation
out there-
for another day, but I just want to know how you would do that.
Which one?
Yeah, that's
They could they criminalize anything else.
I mean, they do. I'm just trying to figure
Okay,
out
so
how
criminalize racism.
So is it
But how?
technically
There you
they
go.
criminalize hate speech already? Hate
In
speech
what
criminalized,
sense?
so, I mean,
In what sense?
I mean, you
It's
go to
not
jail for that.
necessarily criminalized, is
You
it?
could be charged. I mean, you say you put some hateful stuff out there towards a certain group, someone's gonna come after you.
Okay, but you're not gonna go to jail.
So you saying just getting prison time, like straight up
Criminalize racism. There
Okay.
you go. Hit these motherfuckers in their
That's
pockets.
gonna be hard.
But
to-
isn't that going to
Criminalize
our
them.
prison
yeah,
system?
that's gonna be hard.
Hey,
to
they do it for
enforce.
everything else. They do it for everything else, and you see a lot of other groups. You know what I'm saying? That people are criminalized at a higher rate than others for the same crimes, in which they're not their counterparts aren't penalized for the same. So criminalize this shit.
You know, we're gonna do a march on DC. We're gonna have Zach leading it, and we're gonna put his face, we'll climb up the flag with the black power fist going like this in somebody's face,
Don't do that.
and
Man.
we're gonna get some tiki torches too,
I'm
right?
not. No, man. You see Tiki Torch. They say they're not affiliated with white nationalists or anything either, man. So
That's
I'm
the other
sure
thing. Why
they
is
don't want my
Tiki
black
Torches
ass
though?
up there.
Because
either,
they
but
not
Tiki Torch
dude,
advocating no
all right,
bullshit. So
I
I'm
know
not
we're
gonna
running
do
out of
it.
time. So
Yeah.
all the fucking guys that I ever met that were like straight up Confederate, I raised the South again.
They love tikis.
They're only fucking bold when they're in a group. Like, if you get them one-on-one, they back down every fucking time.
Mm-hmm.
But you get them in a group, that's when they get emboldened. That's when they like, rah, rah, rah. These motherfuckers are not real nice.
Exercise your First Amendment right, man, but just know there's consequences, man.
Yes.
There's consequences to it.
Safest places on your couch.
Exercise your Second Amendment right too, but be responsible out there. Fuck Nazism.
Yeah.
I don't know where that came from, but
Fuck Nazis. Punk ass Nazis.
Yep.
You
Bye.
can't hide it. You can't hide it, man. We out.